Greetings, electric family. How we all doing? I hope we're all doing very fine today. I have a very interesting topic I want us to deliberate on today. The topic that says, can a deity that was brought in by our forefathers be returned back? I find this topic very interesting, and I know a whole lot of us will want to know more about this topic. Meanwhile, before I proceed, if today is the first time you're coming across my videos, I am called Electric Oracle, Ambassador Ndimiri, Electric Kumawara. Please click on the red subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the bell notification icon so you get notified anytime I upload a new video. And to my wonderful friends, my returning subscribers, I say a whole lot of thank you to you guys. I am much grateful. So, back to the topic. Can a deity that was brought in by our forefathers be returned back? Not just our forefathers, by even our fathers. Like, can a family deity be returned back? Yes, it can, with conditions. If you can meet up to the criteria as I'm about listing, then you know that yes, you can return any ROC that was brought in. But in the absence of you meeting up with these criteria as I'm giving, that means you can't return this said deity back to where it came from. First and foremost, if it's in a family where their father or their mother was a native doctor, and then just because this man is no longer alive or this woman is no longer alive, then the children resolve to go into church. You see, when this said person dies, what will the children know? Because they weren't close to their father or their mother, which is this native doctor when he was alive or she was alive. Then when this person dies, they won't know where this more came from, this ROC, this spirit, this deity. They won't know where they brought it from. If it is one that was brought in, let me say from Anambra, maybe from Aguleri, from Ibariam, from this place, from that place, they won't know exactly where to return it to. Then when you discover that this man or this woman, when they die, you see those spirits, those deities the father worked with or the mother worked with, it will start disturbing the children. Then because why? Now the children are now free. Then they will now abandon everything their mother or their father left behind. Then this deity will now rise up angrily because why? You people have breached the agreement you have with it by abandoning it. Instead of it now to help you people progress or open ways for you, it will now start turning things upside down for you people. No matter the church you people go to, this one they know they go and buy church. No, because no matter how hard you pray, it will keep on disturbing everybody in the house. You will now start seeing stagnation, you start seeing hardship, you start seeing some will now become a very chronic smokers, that the kind of bad record that will come into this family, maybe just give it like 5 to 7 years after the demise of this father or this mother that was a native doctor while they were alive. So the same thing is also applicable if you want to, or if you people feel you no longer need the deity that was brought in by your forefathers. First and foremost, you have to know where this deity is, first and foremost. Secondly, you have to know the name of this deity. Thirdly, you have to know where this deity come from. Where did they bring it from? For example, if you're from Imo State, where this deity, where did it come from? Is it from Anambra? Is it from Enugu? Is it from Imo State? Is it from Benin? Where exactly did it come from? Then, thirdly, if you know where this deity comes from, that is now when you know you're very close to solving your problem. Because what will you do? You will not have to go back. Every deity that was brought in, a certain ritual or welcome sacrifice was done to welcome this deity into the family. So when you're also sending it back, it also has a procedure to be followed in returning this same deity. You cannot just wake up one day and maybe because the person that brought this deity is no longer alive, or the forefather, or even you yourself that brought it you're no longer interested, then you just wake up, carry it and go to throw away. You only threw the chaff away the said spirit that you brought in the first place, it is still there. And when you go to throw it away like that, you're incurring more problems for your. That is just the beginning of your problem. That is one thing that people don't know. This I'm telling you guys about, it also affected me too as a person. You know, it's not just me, everybody in my family too. Because I remember vividly well when my grandmother died, everybody in the family felt, my dad, everybody felt, yeah, we no longer need these deities, we no longer do this, we no longer do that. So now, let us bring them out, let's burn them, this one, that. My dad, they brought everything, both the ones they threw into the bush, they threw. And what started happening in the family? Everybody, oh now that kitty, go front, nobody they go, come back, nobody they go. No matter how hard you try to succeed, you know, nobody is progressing, you know. So that is why I am saying, if you know that the deity that was brought in by your forefathers, you guys no longer need it. Again, too, one person in a family cannot just stand up and say, maybe because you're the first son of the family, then you now come to say, this deity that has been here for decades, or this deity that was brought in by this person or that person, I no longer want it again. Now I want to send it back. It doesn't happen that way. You know, they happen like that at all. What needs to be done is, it needs the consent, the agreement of every eligible male son of the family. When it comes to every family, is not everybody in the family. For the fact you're a male child does not mean there are some people in the family that their voice is being heard. The decision, they can always take decisions for the family. That is the kind of people. And there is no, everybody has to be in agreement before this thing will come to pass, before people can actually return any deity. You know, there is nothing like Mazi Okeke is not a church goer, Mazi Okore is not a church goer, something like you people should do. I am no longer interested, I am no longer part of this. It will not work at all. It doesn't work like that. Everybody has to be present on a round table. Then everybody come to an agreement that yes, we don't need this again, we want this to go back. That is when you can now start the process of returning this said deity. Normal, like through the right channel. You buy the necessary things that need to be bought, then take it back to where it came from. That is it. Then in the case where you no longer know what it requires to send it back, as simple as ABCD, just if you know where you brought it from in the first, you can always go back and tell them, so and you saw ye, or we discover in the family that so and so date was brought in, but now we no longer need it again, we want to return it. Then they will list the Mpuna Shiko Eja returning her back. I hope you guys understand me, right? This is just the normal process to it. Then if you no longer know anything whatsoever about this deity, and all of you has come to an agreement that we no longer need this is not what prayer can solve. This is not what family liberation can solve, because I have seen a whole lot of families that indulge in family liberation till today. Nothing they happen. All those things, you are just wasting your time. Because again, English people said anything that needs to be done properly. If you do things the right way, this world will just be for almost everybody in it. Then in the case where you don't know where it came from, and everybody has come to agreement that we no longer need this deity, there is a tribe in Igbo land known as Nri, Nde Nri, Umu Nri. Then you will go to them collectively. Okay, this deity that was brought in by our forefathers, we don't know where it came from, but we no longer need it again. They will tell you for the things to buy, you know, and they will come and remove this deity by themselves. Because Nri tribe in Igbo land are the people that they are blessed with this installing of Mmuo deities, and they are also blessed with removal of these Mmuo deities. And made the normal procedure, they perform the necessary rites and everything, and they remove it, and everybody will be free. So people won't go and start incurring problems to the ones they already have. I hope I have made, to some extent, I hope you understand me very well. But if you don't, feel very free to drop your questions in the comment section. Definitely, I will reply one after the other, okay? I'll stop here for today. ka Chukwu okike abịa ma nọrọ mmụọ niile m na-ejere ozi, mmụọ niile na-ejere m ozi ezumezu, mmụọ niile na-emere Igbo ife na mmụọ niile Igbo na-emere ife bịa gozie unu ncha niile, chekwaa unu na Eke na Orie na Afọ na Nkwọ ma ihe na-anụ ụbọchị na-anọ ise. Love you guys. See you guys.